My name is Alanna Lockward. I am the host of this collective reading of Jacques Viau Renaud, Nada permanece tanto como el llanto, this epic poem. I'm a curator and author based in Berlin, born in the Dominican Republic.
Hello everyone. I'm Maksaens Denis. I'm a video artist. I'm living in Haiti. I study video in France. I live in France, in Europe before. After that, I live in Africa. And now I am in Haiti. I make exhibition. I make some courses and on video.
Hello, I'm Barbara Prézeau-Stephenson. I'm a visual artist, and I live in Pétionville, in the mountain, up Port-au-Prince, which is the capital of Haiti. I'm born here, I grew up here, and I get back a few years ago. I do sculptures, sometimes paintings, and now I'm more involved into performance.
My name is Charo, Oquet, and I am an interdisciplinary artist born in the Dominican Republic. My practice involves painting, sculptures, performance, videos, and I'm also the founding director of Edge Zones, which is a nonprofit arts-led organization that was founded in Miami in 2004. I thank Miami because Miami has given me much more insight into Haitian culture and history and everything than Dominican Republic, because here, you know, there is just so much more of it and much more like fluidity between the two.
My name is Miriam Neptune. I was born in the United States and raised in California, kind of away from the Haitian community, but my childhood was shaped by exile and the exile of my parents from the Duvalier regime. And that interested me in doing video work and writing about the experience of Haitians in the diaspora. I did a video called Birthright Crisis, which has been used recently to talk about the issue of denaturalization and citizenship in the Dominican Republic. And I teach video workshops, and I work as a librarian at Barnard College. I'm also a member of two organizations, Haitian Women for Haitian Refugees, and We Are All Dominican, which are trying to fight the mistreatment of Dominicans of Haitian descent.
Hi, my name is Altagracia Jan Joseph. I'm a Haitian descendant, have born in Dominican Republic in Guaymate, La Romana. Grew up here, and my first time outside the country was the last year. And I used to study here and try to be different. Maybe for that reason today I'm like the people used to know to say an activist in human rights. But for me, it's just trying to do something different to change my future and the destiny for my own partner and my family too. And I'm used to be fighting for the situation, the Haitian and their parents, and like the people like me, my father, my mother, because I'm used to believing in the change. I'm used to believing in we can change something. But if you want to change the world, you have to do the different daily, and I'm trying to do that. I don't know if can I do that, but I'm trying to. And we have really bad situation here nowadays, but we can start always, all day we can start again. And I'm trying to start daily to not feel tired for the day before. I'm just trying living a day at a time. I live here in Dominican Republic, and I live in San Pedro de Macorís now, but I'm used to work and study here in Santo Domingo, in the capital. Exactly in Villamella.
Rien ne dure plus que le sanglot. En quel moment précis la vie se sépara de nous? En quel lieu? En quel détour du chemin? Dans laquelle de nos traversées s'arrêtait l'amour pour nous dire adieu? Rien n'a été aussi dur que rester à genoux. Rien n'a été aussi douloureux à notre cœur comme suspendre de nos lèvres le mot amertume. Pourquoi avions-nous fait ce parcours dépourvu d'abri? Dans laquelle de nos mains s'arrêtait le vent pour briser nos veines et savourer notre sang. Marcher vers où? Pour quelle raison? Marcher le cœur amarré, le dos balafré, où la nuit s'accumule. Pourquoi? Vers où?
What's become of us? We've roamed long roads. We've sown our anguish in our heart's deepest precincts. The compassion of some men torment us. Conquer new continents? Who tries to? Love new faces? Who wants to? It's all been dragged through ditches. We didn't know how to chat with the wind, then be gone on our way. To sit overlooking the trees, sensing the imminent goodbye. We got caught up in our own blood without realizing the same stuff roiled in our hearts or was spilled while under attack and fighting back.
¿Qué silencios nos quedan por recorrer? ¿Qué senderos aguardan nuestro paso? Cualquier camino nos inspira la misma angustia, el mismo temor por la vida. Nos mutilamos al recogernos en nosotros, nos hicimos menos humanidad. Y ahora, solos, combatidos, comprendemos que el hombre que somos es porque otros han sido.
Il n'y a pas besoin d'attacher un homme pour le tuer. Il suffit de pousser un bouton et il se dissout, comme une montagne de sel sous la pluie. Il n'est plus nécessaire de l'accuser de mépriser son maître. Il suffit de proclamer, cernant le front, qu'il mettait en danger l'existence de 20 siècles. 20 siècles, 2000 ans de combattus, pureté, 2000 ans de sourires clandestins, 2000 années d'abondance pour les princes. Il n'y a plus besoin d'attacher un homme pour le tuer.
The night, the corners, no, that's all useless now. Town squares and wide streets volunteer their uproar. The slaughter doesn't count on its survivors. The prince doesn't count on the meek. Everyone has forgotten how a man's still prone to rage. The flames extinguished before hate gets snuffed out. The day of damnation has postponed a people's deliverance. And the rest, the ones who attend the butchery, jeer. Mad men, you've knocked at death's door, and she abided inside you all along. They only know how to foresee death, haven't learned to wage against it, haven't learned to shelter the earth within its heart, nor to win a country for all people.
¿Y el sumiso qué hace? ¿Dónde deposita su silencio? ¿En qué lugar del corazón teje la venganza? Nadie lo sabe. Todos le han olvidado. Se ha dictaminado que su morada sea la sombra, que el pan deshabitado sea un alimento, que el pico le prepare el lecho y la pala le cubre el corazón. ¿Qué es el hombre combatido? Nadie lo recuerda. Lo visten los trapos, lo arrojan en la parte trasera de la casa, y allí, con los residuos, un guiñapo se amontona. Las llamas se extienden, se arrinconan los hombres en una sola sombra. Es un solo silencio, es un solo vocablo, es un llanto solo, y cuando todo sea uno, uno el llanto, y uno el vocablo, y uno habrá paz, y uno no habrá paz sobre la tierra.
Il n'y aurait-il pas de paix Et ceux qui ont régné sur le destin de l'homme, ceux qui n'ont jamais compté avec les soumis, ils amasseront avec du sang leur propre pourriture. Il n'y aura pas de paix. Sanglot pour briser le sanglot, la mort pour tuer la mort.
Jacques Viau has been a friend of my father. My father knew him, and he told me the story of his of Jacques Viau's family. How did they move to Dominican Republic? And it is to me this poem. It is the thing of the exile. It is the words of the exiled, and the loss of the home. And the words says that there is no more rooms. There is no more homes for him, because after having moved from Haiti, he realized that in Dominican Republic he had to live the same condition with the same aggression and the same dictator situation, and the same dictatorship and the same violence, and the aggression of the superpower, the super regional power, which is the United States, unfortunately.
Well, what I find interesting is that the weeping is still going on, because I feel that, that even though this poem was written so long ago, with a condition that I think has perhaps changed in some ways, in some places, but there are still so many people weeping all over the world for similar conditions, and their weeps are being silenced, and either, themselves are, like crying behind doors, and because sometimes you can't even weep out loud, but it continues, and we need to become aware of it and see how we can today try to change that, because I think that these conditions still are present and prevalent in so many places today, not just Dominican Republic, not just Haiti, but many of our brothers and sisters are still, feeling that need to weep because their conditions are not ideal in any way. So the march is on, the struggle continues.
Well, to me, this is a poem that epitomizes solidarity between the both populations. I'm not talking about nations, but populations, about the people. So Jacques Viau Renaud's words are very emotional for me, because I witnessed the tremendous pain that is inflicted on my fellow Dominicans of Haitian descent. And it's a very painful scenario. So I'm very thankful that we have his memory, his legacy, his poetry, to give us a space for community, for creating community, and for fighting back racism, anti-Haitian sentiments in the Dominican Republic, and apartheid. So I'm very thankful for you accepting to join this conversation, this collective reading, and particularly to all of you, really to all of you. We have defied technological problems, and we are here, and that means a lot. And I just want to say that I want to continue this type of spaces, to expand them. So I count on you to resonate with this idea of creating similar readings online, even if we don't record them. But just to create spaces so we can look at each other's faces and see who is struggling against this Sentencia 168-13, who we are, who are the activists behind, and how to support each other across the borders and in the diaspora. So I'm very, very thankful for your presence.
I wanted to resonate with what Alanna said about seeing each other face to face. In my 10 years of doing activism around what I witnessed of the conditions of people of Haitian descent in the Dominican Republic, and really everywhere, but specifically when I went to the Dominican Republic to do some work with Sonia Pierre, I learned in a hard way just what the daily reality is, that people are surviving and enduring, and I was pushed to ask why and what can be done by people like myself who feel that those are my friends, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters. And I think what I've learned through all of this is that we have to erase the boundaries that allow us to say that someone else is the other, that to say the lines that we draw that allows us to say those people and not me. It's only when we realize that it is ourselves, that are at the core of the issue, that we fully embrace our responsibilities. And I think that starts with building relationships with each other and knowing each other intimately and understanding each other's personal histories. And with my Dominican friends, I think that the understanding of predatory government and the pain of dictatorship has been one way that we've connected. Not the only one, but I think that that's something where it's a place that we can start. Sonia Pierre was a human rights activist who was born in the Dominican Republic. She was Dominican by birth. Her parents were from Haiti, and they worked cutting sugarcane. And at age 13, she helped to organize sugarcane cutters for their rights in her community. That commemorates an event we had at Barnard that I organized, where Sonia's daughters, along with activists in the U.S. who worked with her, talked about her life a year after she passed away. Sin that she touched, I think she gave her courage to people that they could continue to fight. She did her work by giving basically her life, and her struggle was about the struggle to exist, to have a name and a nationality, regardless of how you are perceived, to have value in the country and the society in which you were raised, and to defy those that would, like to put limitations on what some perceive as the least of us. So those of us who have come out of poverty and risen up, we also have to fight often for the right to participate. And I think that her life represented not only fighting for her own rights, but on behalf of many, many, many people, and doing it in a way that was very compassionate and very much about love.
Is possible?
Okay. Do you mind, Barbara? Can you understand a bit of Spanish?
Sí, hablo español.
Ah, perfecto. Go for it.
Sí, pero hablar.
Perfecto.
Realmente para mí es todo un placer, un honor participar de esta conversación. Agradezco infinitamente a Miriam, que fue la que me facilitó el contacto. Y para mí, más que una participación, es una ayuda, un ver que, aunque hay muchas personas distorsionando la historia, contando a su manera. Hay personas en el mundo que sí están en la capacidad de ver más allá de lo que dice la prensa pagada de nuestros días y de escudriñar más allá de lo que dicen 2 o 3 bufones y ir a la historia. Entonces, en momentos como este, donde las situaciones que se están viviendo dan a entender como que no valió la pena o no va a valer la pena seguir luchando, el estar en un foro como este, hablando de Jacques Viau, una persona que, vamos a decir, no vivió su vida para poder vivir una causa. Y creo que el simple hecho de que hoy estemos en esa lectura de sus poemas, a mí me da la fuerza de seguir luchando y sabiendo que aunque la mayoría me va a olvidar, aunque sean 2 o 3 de la época, recordarán qué se está haciendo y por qué se está haciendo, y tomarán en cuenta eso para los tiempos futuros y para las nuevas generaciones. Da mucho dolor que tanto República Dominicana como Haití tengan que vivir la realidad que viven hoy día, sabiendo que hay personas que sacrificaron tanto como lo hizo Jacques Viau, pero se ha olvidado lo que vale, que es la humanidad. Y para mí realmente estar en este foro me confirma que realmente yo no soy una ciudadana dominicana común y corriente, sino una ciudadana del mundo, que donde haya que luchar por justicia, donde hay injusticia, siempre y cuando yo tenga la fuerza y la capacidad de estar, estaré ahí. Y para mí de verdad que es mucho, mucho honor y mucho apoyo saber que a pesar del caos que se está viviendo en Haití en este momento, está Bárbara ahí ofreciendo su apoyo y diciendo nosotros somos diferentes y nosotros vamos a apostar por lo que es la verdadera educación y la intelectualidad no basada en odio y en intereses económicos, sino en la verdad y en la educación verdadera para nuestro pueblo, que creo que es lo que más necesitamos, tanto allá como aquí. Y por mi parte decir que me conforta mucho saber que ustedes están ahí haciendo ese trabajo, tanto tú, Alanna, ustedes allá en Haití, Miriam, porque realmente hay mucho que hacer y en el terreno no siempre está el apoyo necesario para hacerlo. Y nada, revivir a Jacques Viau es reencontrarse con lo que es la esencia y tratar de seguir luchando para que no sea olvidado y que haya valido la pena el esfuerzo y el sacrificio hecho por él y sus acompañantes.
I have my sister that is married with a Dominican, so and my nephew and niece are Dominican, Haitian Dominican, and so I'm really involved. I have relation with Dominican, with República Dominica, and I'm very happy to participate today to this discussion. And I discovered Jacques Viau too. I didn't know him before you invite me, and it was very surprise, and it was it's very important, this work you are doing, and this work to make him known in both and part of the island and everywhere in the world. So I wanted to say thank you.
I would like to say thank you to Alanna, because I think this kind of work is exactly what we need to fight against ignorance. And I think ignorance, reciprocal ignorance, is the problem between the two sides of the island. Thank you, Alanna.
I wanted to talk about my relationship to this. I was a child of exile too. I exiled in the United States for many years, and then later I was living in New Zealand, where basically my work with decolonizing started, and my work to understand, you know, the Dominican, the issues, especially of race and identity, because I think at the core of all this is really that, is the fact that we ourselves, and especially, and I speak for Dominicans, lack so much knowledge of our own, you know, our Black history, and we're in denial of it for many reasons, which I won't go into now. But I think ignorance is at the bottom of it all, and the fact that once we understand who we are as people, and and to be proud of our Black history, and proud to be who we are, that will be the beginning of the change. Because I think many of these problems between the two countries stem from not only identity but also because of political reasons, political and economical reasons. Because I think my Dominican brothers, those people who are at the bottom of the economic ladder suffer a lot as well, and they suffer equally many times because they are also being abused, they are being exploited and overlooked. And I think we need to, and Dominicans need to not just, we have to start from ourselves, because if we cannot even look at our own people, we cannot look at our own country and the problems that exist there, we're not going to look anywhere else. And we have to start there, and we have to continue on to see what is going on around us, because I think so many people there live with blinds in their eyes. They don't want to see what's around them. They don't want to see the exploitation of people, of any people. And they refuse to accept it, and they want to blame other people, but they do not want to understand that this is our problem. That, and the other thing is, the Haitian problem is our problem as well, because we are all one people in many ways. We are, one way or another, we have been mixed. We all come from the same thing. And basically, you cannot close your eyes. If your neighbor's house is burning, it's going to affect you too. Whether you want to or not, you have to understand that that is also your problem. So we need to all together come together and try to fix all the problems that exist within our island. That's what I want to say.
I want to tell Altagracia that Charo has been working with the Gaga community in San Luis for the last 10 or 15 years, and she has done an amazing documentation of the Arrayanos, the people that are Dominicans, equally identify as Dominican, and Dominicans of Haitian descent, and that go from one identity to the other in this community. So she's a pioneering artist in this regard. Ella es una artista pionera que ha trabajado la negritud y la herencia africana en nuestra identidad de una manera muy consistente contra viento y marea. La han acusado en Estados Unidos de querer imitar a los haitianos como si nosotros no tuviéramos vudú, como si nosotros no tuviéramos religiones africanas también. En fin, que quería decirte eso un poco rápido para que entendieras de dónde viene Charo, porque yo la conozco muy bien, pero es importante que tú conozcas su trabajo. Eventualmente espero que sigan en contacto.
Realmente, como lo había dicho, todo un placer, y había escuchado sobre el trabajo de Charo, y para mí es un honor, por lo menos, aunque sea en un cuadrito chiquitico, verla hoy. Para mí es todo un placer realmente. Y es de las personas que me han enseñado que realmente no es lo que digan, es lo que tú sientas hacer. Que aunque lo que haces, Charo, no lo valoran, realmente no es que no se está trabajando. Somos menos, pero sí habemos un grupo que estamos buscando ese tipo de herencia, ese tipo de educación para seguir implementándolo para nuestros hijos y nuestros nietos, para decirles que no todo estuvo perdido y que sí hubieron personas que lucharon. Y cuando haya que contar esa historia, puedes estar por segura, Charo, que habremos un grupo ahí muy orgullosas, principalmente nosotras las mujeres, que por razones de la misma situación y el mismo imperialismo nos ha devalorizado mucho en nuestro país. Es todo un honor saber que contamos con mujeres como tú,
igualmente,
como la magistrada interpuesta, y han dicho: espérate, nosotros podemos y no vamos a permitir que las mujeres sean cómplices de esas atrocidades. Y creo que esa parte, lo que perdimos con Manuel Arturo Peña Valle, lo recuperamos contigo, Charo. Muchas gracias.
Señores, this is so wonderful. I don't know what to say. Who wants to wrap it up? ¿Cómo terminamos esta sesión?
Alanna, thank you so much, Alanna, for putting this together, and thank all of you, because I know that it's an effort for all of us, and but we want to make this happen and have our voices heard, so that we are not silenced, so that our weeping isn't silent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charo. Thank you so much, Annie Fukushima. Thank you. We are so thankful, because without you, this wouldn't happen. I am totally illiterate, but I will get better at Hangout. This is an amazing tool, and you have been, Annie Fukushima, I didn't introduce you. Let me say, she's a scholar, a professor at Rutgers University. She's a decolonial feminist, an activist against militarization and the history of militarism. So the notion that Jacques Viau Renaud is a victim of U.S. imperialism, which is her subject of research, really motivated her. And we are in a group of decolonial feminists, and she implemented this fantastic tool. So that's how I got this idea. So it's really, I'm inspired by your work. So you really are the catalyst for this. And each one of you overcoming, and I'm so glad that you mentioned this, Altagracia, because really for Maksaens and Barbara, that are very prominent artists in Haiti, very, very, very respected, and have done an amazing work that I respect a lot, and they have amazing work, to be there and challenge technology and, and traffic and all this stuff that can happen, in our island. Is really significant.
I want to keep the contact with all the people here. If it's possible, you can share my email address, please. And Maksaens, Barbara, ne pas connaître si moi capable réunir avec nous. Kembe contact, moi voulais partager une information en équipe avec nous.
Ok, très bien. C'est bon pour que je baille tout email, tout le monde baille tout email.
Oui, parce que moi pas voulais juste écrire nous brief comme ça. Moi voulais qu'on ait un contact. Je pense que une série d'actions c'est nous-mêmes qui pouvons faire. Nous déjà nous pas un gouvernement et il y a pile pareil pour nous partager. Ni nous-mêmes ni Barbara mettez tête ensemble, m'a qu'on ait contact nous pour nous partager.
Ok.
Charo is only the first part of the history. We need you still writing a good history, real history, and there are a lot of things to do. You are the technological, you're supposed to be here because we can't do anything without you. And Alanna, thank you so much for the connection. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. It's really hard to say goodbye. The same happened in the previous session. It's really difficult to say goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
So much.
Thank you so much.
Respect.
Au revoir. Bonsoir.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you so much.